as an application of this thing of starting with two functions and building a new function, let's work through this. So here's the thing. If you start with two functions f and g, and then if the functions f and g have meanings, they actually represent something, some physical quantity. Maybe f represents temperature or something, right? Then the functions f plus g and the function f minus g and the function f times g and the function f over g, these all have meanings too. So we're only going to look at an application of one of these. Specifically, we're going to look at f minus g. Also, the application that we're looking at, so just, we don't, I mean, it's just a lot to introduce an application for all of these, so let's not overdo it, is really the idea here. So sorry if the application is not one that you would think you're interested in, but, it's actually very useful to know places where math is used even if it is not in your career track. So the application we're about to introduce comes from business. Okay, so a business application of the fact that a new function called f minus g is defined by having f minus g of x equals f of x minus g of x. So say that a business makes and sells a certain product. A lot of businesses do sell things to customers. So that product could be TVs or boats or books or whatever product. Let's just go with the TVs thing. And let's let x denote the number of that product. Say x represents the number of TVs, so if x is 100, there's 100 TVs. Okay, if C of x denotes the cost of making x TVs, and R of x denotes the revenue of selling x TVs, then R minus C of x, that's what this is up here, f minus g, so R minus C of x, which is defined to be R of x minus C of x, this denotes the profit of making and then selling x TVs. So the formula here for profit is really, in words, it's profit equals revenue minus cost, and in notation, capital P of x equals capital R of x minus capital C of x. So, just as a quick example of this, if the cost of making X cans is 30 plus 2x dollars, and the revenue for selling X cans is 22x minus x squared dollars, what is the profit for making and then selling X cans? What about the profit for making and then selling 10 cans? So, we'll identify the cost. The cost function here is capital C of x equals 30 minus 2x. We'll identify the revenue function as capital R of x equals 22x minus x squared. Then the profit function, just from up here, P of x equals R of x minus C of x, it's an application of this. It's really, profit is first R minus C, like this, capital R minus C. So it's the revenue minus the cost. Because of the multiple terms, the parentheses would be necessary. So here's a representation of profit for selling X cans, whatever X is, you can plug in whatever X is, and we're about to do that to answer the next question. To answer the second question here, what about the profit for making and then selling 10 cans? Well, one line below, we'll just replace all of the X's with 10s. So this number of dollars of profit for making and then selling 10 cans.